Good morning, YouTubers. This is Have Gas Will Travel with Handsome Jack here. Today's the 12th of December, 2015. I just wanted to give a little update of what's going on. Put the lights up the other day for the neighbor. And, I don't know, it's 8:45. Temperature got down to 54 here last night. A lot different from up home or from New York. And it's a really sunny day. I don't know, you should be able to really tell. I had to really swing the camera around just to get the sun off my face, keep it from bleaching it out on the video. But right now it's about 58 degrees. Yesterday started out the same way, and by 9:30 it was almost 80. And I assume the same thing's going to happen today. But anyway, I hadn't done a video in a while, so I figured I better get one on here. There hasn't been a lot going on. I did change the floor in the RV. We went and ripped all the carpeting out. That's what this is here, is new carpeting. I did not put new carpeting in the RV, but along the side of the steps, I did put some carpet in, and this was a huge piece, and the guy sold it to me for a few bucks. So I took the whole thing and cut what I needed, and I don't know, I may use the rest of it to line the storage compartments underneath, just to use it up, because I really have no other use for it. Anyway, I'll do a video, and it won't be on the complete installation of the floor. I'm not going to show me tearing it up. Anybody can tear it up. But I am going to show you a few simple tricks that I used to get the floor back down. Now this is usually the way, how do I want to say it? Our RV is an older RV. It's a 1997. It has the slide out. But the difference between this and the new ones is when my slide out comes in, it's up off the floor. And when it goes all the way out, it's still up off the floor. I don't know, probably 3 inches. And the newer RVs, the slide outs come out and then they drop down so the floor is flush all the way across. But I've heard of people putting the vinyl in, and I've heard them putting the wood in on the newer RVs. And when they bring the slide in, it scratches the floor. Well, on the older RVs, the rollers that the slide out actually rides on are mounted to the floor, so constantly that thing is held up. On the newer RVs, the rollers are on the slide itself. They're not down on the floor. So what happens is, I guess, I don't know what scratched them up. I haven't seen it. I just know somebody here in the park was saying that theirs did it. And I've heard of a couple other people saying that they've had trouble with it too, scratching the floors. But this is mostly for the older RVs. I was going to do it later, but I'll do it right now. I'll tell you how I did it. Tearing the carpet up wasn't a problem. Time consuming, yes. All those friggin' staples they use are terrible to get up. You're going to be right on your hands and knees, sometimes laying right on the floor. Rose made me another coffee. Anyway, the hardest part, because our slide goes, when it slides out, it's actually in, like, the floor is actually over top the other floor, probably 3 inches. And there's only like 1.5 inches underneath it to get into. I thought that would be a big problem when it comes to pulling the carpet up, because they probably put the carpet down, in fact I know they did, before they put the slide in. Well, that makes it a real pain in the butt to get under there and get the staples out. But that turned out to be one of the easier parts of the job. And I'll tell you why. I got a flat bar, and I don't mean one of the ones that's real bendy. In fact, I'll show it to you. Hold on just a second. I was down at the flea market looking for a bar that I could use. It's real thin on the end, but you can tell right here, it's like almost an inch thick. And what I did was I got in underneath the carpet and pried up. And there weren't that many staples back there. I was really surprised, but there were quite a few. And with this thing here, you can get right in underneath on each side of the staple and just pop her right up. And then when I had all the carpet up, I went back in because a few of the staples had actually stuck. I used a long, rigid screwdriver. Laid the bar on the floor, pushed the screwdriver over top of it inside the staple, and popped the staple out. Now there were spots where I couldn't get a good grip on the staple with the screwdriver. So what I did was I took a pair of vice grips, slid them under there, squeezed them tight onto the staple, took the bar with the vice grips laying down like this, latched onto the staple, slid the bar underneath, and just popped the staple right up out, vice grip and all. So that made that pretty simple. The flooring went in really nice. The only thing you have to do, I use the vinyl flooring, and I have a piece of it right here. And the vinyl flooring has a paper on the back because there's glue on the back of the vinyl flooring. Normally it's 6 inches wide. This is just a piece that I cut off. It's 6 inches wide and it's 3 foot long, so it goes down really fast. One thing you have to do, when I pulled my carpet up, I thought I was going to have to put Luan down to give this something to stick to, because you don't want to just stick it to something rough. Anyway, it turned out the floor already had Luan over top of plywood. So what I did was I went down and I bought sealer. And the sealer comes in a little tiny jug. In fact, I'll show it to you. This is it right here. It's multi-purpose primer sealer. It's made by Prep. I got it at Lowe's. And it's for surface preparation. And this little bottle, believe it or not, it holds a quart, but you mix it 1 to 1 with water. So you actually have a half a gallon. And out of that half a gallon, I did the whole RV. It's milky colored when it goes down, but as it dries, it turns clear, so you know that it's dry. And it takes, mine dried in about a half hour to 45 minutes, which is what it says on the bottle. It can take up to 3 hours, depending on the temperature. I did this when the temperature was up around 75, so it dried really good. And once that got dry, then I started putting this down. And later on today, if I get time, I'll go in and show what the floor looks like. It looks really nice. It came out good. The biggest, I also did the stairs that go up into the RV. On the sides of the stairs, I had to use the carpet, like I said before, because the way that's built, it's made to have it's got a flat 1 1/4 inch piece of plywood that drops down in it. So when you're traveling down the road, you slide that into place so somebody's not falling down the stairwell against the door. And we do use that. We use it when we're traveling. But really, it wasn't a bad job at all. I'll go in and point some things out. In fact, I think I'm going to split this video into 2 parts. Just this part here telling you about what I did, and then I'll show the second part. I'll actually go in and show the floor. Came out really nice. I hope this here will help somebody. Like I said, I found it at a flea market. They sell them new somewhere. I don't know. I haven't been looking for one. I just happened to be at the flea market, and it's a huge flea market. And lo and behold, I found this bar, which I had already had one like it once before. But because we're in the RV, I didn't bring it with me. I sold it. So I had to buy another one. That's about it for now. I hope you're all enjoying your day and have a nice weekend. And Like I said, I'll put a second part of this video to actually show the floor. It's done. So I hope you enjoyed this. This is Handsome Jack of Have Gas Will Travel, and remember, have fun.